Good morning, family and friends. It's time for another episode of PV Schools Coffee Talk. In this week's episode, we are going to be discussing our second core value of respect and how we show respect to our children, our parents, and our teachers. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce our phenomenal admin team. Miss Monica, Palm Beach Preschool in Lake Worth, Miss Mary, Little Blue Academy in Palm Springs, Miss Yadalise, Palm Beach Preschool and Babies World, West Palm Beach, Miss Aileen, Palm Beach Preschool and Babies World, West Palm Beach, Miss Carla, PV Schools, and myself, Miss Shannon. So, respect means so many different things to so many different people. And as an organization, we recognize that. When Miss Carla began to create her core values, we decided to come together as an organization to discuss and determine what the characteristics of respect are and how we want to show them to our families and our staff and our children. So, Miss Monica, give us an idea. How do we show respect to our parents?
So showing respect to the parents during arrival, at drop off, pickup, wherever time of day it may be, I always make sure that, I greet the parents, ask how their day was, ask about their child, ask how they're doing. And I also like to get in a habit of knowing the parents by their name. I think it's important. It shows respect that I know who I'm talking to at all times and using their name. So I'm not just referring to them as so-and-so's mommy or daddy. Another way that I show respect is by really listening to the parents, taking that time to hear them out, whether it's something that I like or not, if they have a complaint or whatever it may be that they need to bring to my attention, I make sure that I listen to them and I hear where they're coming from.
So when a parent comes to you with a complaint, how do you perceive that?
First, I try to understand what the complaint is by repeating it back to them to make sure that I have a clear understanding of what they're trying to tell me. And then I reference to our policies. Was it something against our policies? Was it something in the registration that that we're not doing, that we promised that we're doing, whatever it may be. And, I look at it as an area where I can grow in my school and what I need to work in to make sure that I'm providing them the best quality care that I can. Without hearing that feedback from the parents, we don't have a clue. And, they are our customers. And that's what we're here for, is to satisfy them and ensuring that we're providing that safe environment. And we want that connection with our families to know that they can trust us and we're not going to hold that grudge onto them come the next day when I have to speak to that parent again. It's a way that we all grow by knowing what we're doing wrong and where we can improve in as a company.
I think about all of the times during our directors meetings that we have where we discuss when a parent is complaining about something and the different steps that we take to resolve or improve our practices within our organization. And you're right, as a company, when parents come and they tell us something that could be perceived as negative or as a complaint, that communication is what helps us to improve. So we welcome the communication and we are so thankful when our parents are vulnerable enough to come to us and say, hey, this happened and I didn't like it. So as I said, another way that we show respect is to our teachers. So Miss Mary, why don't you tell us some ways that we show respect to our teachers?
By providing respect to our teachers, we have to listen any ideas they have. We look at them with respect. We know that they are so important to the company and for the children. And what we're trying to maintain is a healthy environment in the class. Show them respect to the teachers, and they show them respect to the students. It helps the children to work in a happy and in a rich learning environment. We listen. They have any complaint, it's the same as our parents. If they have any ideas, we provide meetings for them. We provide training for them, so they're able to do what we expect them for them. If they have any concern, if they have any issues, they know that the doors of our office are open for them to come and talk to us. They know that whatever they have to discuss is between us and it's not going to leave the room. We try to keep a healthy environment. We try to keep them as a family. We celebrate the birthdays. We celebrate any happiness that happen in their families. We also, if any other staff is going through a sad time, they know that they have a family here, that we feel what they feel, and we concern about them. This is about respect. This is how we respect our staff, and it's feel really, really happy that we know that mutual respect is actually in combination between parents, staff, children, and administration.
So I'm sensing a common theme here. It sounds like communication is a huge characteristic of respect, and communication can be perceived in so many different ways. And when we are communicating openly and freely with our parents and our staff, we are showing them respect. And when we are hearing them, we are showing respect by listening to what they have to say and not listening to respond. We're listening to understand what it is that they're doing. So, Miss Carla, tell us, what does respect mean to you?
So, respect means to me is, it involves, yes, communication, definitely. It also involves kindness. It involves being in tune to what another person is thinking or feeling. And respect, with respect, you're showing that you're putting your biases aside, whatever it may be, and focusing on that individual. So, we're all so different, and we live in such a multicultural society. And, we all come together and we're respectful, although they may be different values and beliefs and cultural norms that we all have, but we come together and we accept them. So respect is about acceptance as well. It's not all about me. It's about, putting my beliefs and values aside and focusing on another individual, regardless of what they are. It involves the communication. It involves having empathy for a staff or a child or a parent who may, be going through hard times or just having an emotional day, whatever it may be. And with that respect, we need that to build upon our other core values, which we'll talk about later. And in our last episode, we talked about an emotionally supportive environment, and you need that for that respect. So if I'm not emotionally supportive to other people, I can't have respect for them as well. So in a nutshell, that's kind of what respect means to me.
I think that kind of sums up definitely a lot of those characteristics. We, of course, are in the business of children, right? And we have children here, and we have to develop ways to teach them respect. And we do that through modeling. Miss Yaralis, would you like to tell us some ways that we model respect to the children?
We model it like with something as simple as wiping their nose. Before we wipe their nose, we tell them, we give them a warning. We tell them, we're gonna go wipe your nose, and we let them know what we're gonna do. That respects their boundaries, and it lets them know something's going to happen before it happens, because nobody would like somebody just coming up to them and wiping their nose. Also, with the warnings in the classroom, we let them know that it's going to be time, when it's going to be time to transition. It helps prepare them, and it helps them respect each other as well. Like maybe when they're playing in a certain area and they're playing with a certain toy, and at that moment they just want to play by themselves, and another child comes and wants them to share with them. We don't force the child to have to share. We tell them, right now she doesn't want to share, she wants to play by herself. We can ask her if when she's done she can give you a turn, and of course most of the time the children will say yes, and when they're done they will give them a turn. But it teaches them to respect the other child's wishes too. Right now he doesn't want to share, but he will, when he's done he's going to give it to you, and they learn to take turns and to respect what the other child is saying to them.
And of course, we teach traditional ways of being respectful, which is by using our manners, saying please, thank you, excuse me, and just our overall behavior with the children. We get down on their level and we look at them in their eyes. That shows them that even though we're an adult, we're not towering over them. We come down to them, we communicate with them. We look to use simplified language, but that isn't speaking to them like a baby. It's just making sure that we're using language that they can understand.
Yeah, sure. You was mentioning something about a little respectful ways we modeling to the child, and yes, it's very important, and I always encourage the teachers, the little rules. The thing is just a little rules that don't mean nothing, but with like trying every day at the end we gotta get we gotta guide them to be a respectful adult. And also we parents, and it's something that through the years I've been learning, be respectful in that kind of way. And it's not judge people, don't judge parents. Yeah, and because you never know what people are experiencing in their life, and sometimes they come in the morning's rush and they don't bring blankets, they don't bring diapers, and it's easy for us to say, oh, they forgot, they don't care. But through the years I've been learning, everybody have a bad day, or they can forget. So a way to us respect, the parents, we instead judge the parents, giving the solution, helping. Okay, you don't bring your blankets today. We have enough. We can, we can use them for your child. So I think that's one thing that touched me, that I've been, and it's important for me.
So we pre-record our coffee talks, and we like to go back, we like to watch them, we want to try to make them better. And it's kind of funny because we have done 2 of these. This is now our 3rd one, and we've actually kind of come to the conclusion that it's kind of boring. So we would love feedback from anybody who watches our videos on making them better, and leave comments, or like it or dislike it, whatever you feel is best. And in the future, we're looking to maybe apply some videos of the children to kind of help you understand what it is that we're talking about. So that's it for this week's Coffee Talk. I'd like to thank you. And next week, we are going to be discussing trust and how we apply trust in the classrooms. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, leave a comment, and share.
Give us feedback so we know like what to do.
Until next time. Bye.
Bye.